Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey guys, good morning. I had to stop and get gas. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for waiting for me and being so patient. I had to get me some gas. I don't know why I didn't do it yesterday. Oh. But good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day to you. Thank you guys for being here. Put my shades on because I know this light about to be all in my eyes. Good morning, and good morning. Happy Wednesday. This is Chronicles. For those of you joining for the very first time, I am Rell. Yes, it's me. All right. Thank you. Let's get on into the show. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Okay? Yes, fair use and entertainment. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you guys are up and feeling blessed and not stressed. Hopefully you got your coffee and your tea and got where you need to be, or you getting where you need to be. Yes, it is Wednesday, honey, the middle of the week. Thank God. Having Monday off is kind of pushing this week along. And I, for one, am happy about that. I'm running a little late this morning because I didn't want to get up. Then I still had to stop for gas. But nevertheless, we are rolling, honey. Yes, we are. So thank you guys for spending your morning with me. All right. Before we get into the show, hopefully you guys had a chance to check out our pop-in from yesterday. Very informative. If you didn't get a chance to, I'm sorry guys, my throat is dry. So please check that out as well. Ooh, sorry. So check that out for me as well if you did not, and hit the like button for me. All right, let's get on into the show. All right. So as you guys know, with all the happenings that's been going on with Love and Marriage Huntsville, with Martell going off on everybody, I have a small update, then we're going to move on. I'm not going to stay on it too long because, child, y'all know he had me hollering and carrying on, and I don't feel like that this morning. But nevertheless, there is an update. Carlos actually responds to his nemesis, which is Martell. We all know Martell he's been acting out, doing all this hollering on television. He wrote out this long essay calling Carlos out and telling him, if you don't film my real life, then don't film me at all. I guess trying to force Carlos's hand in terms of firing him, which his ass should have been fired seasons ago. Should have been fired since the whole Vegas trip. We talked about it. But Carlos responds to Martell. Carlos posted a subliminal towards Martell, his long essay of either filming his real life or firing him or letting him go or whatever. So Carlos posted a clip of the Bell Collective in response to Martell's post saying, take care, meaning like, I don't give a damn. If you don't want to be on the show no more, then goodbye. Because y'all know Carlos have been really, really going to bat for Martell. He went on that little tour with him. He's been doing little things for Martell, trying to, make sure Martell still had a spot on the show when Martell did think he was going to be fired, which I think this is all bullshit. Martell doesn't really want to be fired. He's trying to force Carlos's hand in terms of allowing him to, have his way. That's all he's doing. He doesn't want to be fired because he don't have any other recourse. He don't have any other income, no other job, nothing. Okay? I feel like he's upset as well because Carlos is favoring Melody in terms of having her on his podcast, which is going to give her more clout. Because I think Mel was saying that she's willing to answer all questions, that you can ask her whatever. So that's going to be a great thing, that she's able to now speak and she doesn't have the courts holding her back from telling her truth, because for so long she wasn't able to. So I think Martell knows that a lot of things are getting ready to come out in terms of his relationship with Melody that the public may not have known about. She's being very transparent, not just on the show, but off the show, on her lives, in real life. So he doesn't like the fact that she's speaking out and she's putting him that she's throwing him out there. Because for so long, he's been able to hide behind the things that he's done, knowing that she's been muzzled by the courts and that he had her in a space to where she wasn't able or willing to talk and put him out there. So now that she's speaking, I'm happy about that. So I feel like he's upset that Carlos is reaching out to Mel to be on this podcast and to, you know, and for Melody to be transparent. He don't like the transparency of it all. But Carlos responded by telling Martell, take care. Meaning, you don't want to be on the show anymore. I'm not holding your hand. I'm not going to continue to sit here and give you a platform for you to continue to make my show and make my platform look crazy while you sitting up here yelling in everybody's face and lying, and I keep protecting you. So maybe Carlos is backing up from Martell and saying, hey, if you want to leave, leave. If you want to go, go. Bottom line is, you're not going to try to hold me hostage by what you think you know about me in order to have Ariane on my platform. He's already told Martell it's a hell no when it comes to Ariane, because she's too disrespectful. There's nothing that we need to hear from Ariane. We know what's going on. But that is what Carlos had to say in terms of responding to Martell, telling him take care. Take care. Like, bye, deuces. If that's what you choose to do, if you don't want to be on the show, then goodbye. I will oblige you if that's what you're looking for. So we'll see what it's giving. I feel like Martell knows a lot about Carlos, because he said, oh, me and Carlos talk every day. So when you have that type of communication with a person, some personal situations are going to come out, and Martell looks for that because he stores those things. Y'all know all the evidence he was talking about he had in his phone on certain people on the show. He thrives off that in terms of having secrets and receipts on people and use it and pull it out for the opportune time to expose them. But when somebody exposes him, he don't like it. He blows up. He starts yelling and going off and waving his arms like he did at the reunion coming up, where he hopped up when Melody was telling his truth. He jumped up and had his fist all balled up and walked off the show mad, steaming mad. So that is what we're having to deal with. Martell needs to take a break from the show. He hasn't fully healed from this divorce with Melody, and it shows. It's 3 years after the fact, and you are still in the same place. You still have the same amount of anger, and it's time to let go, and it's time for him to get off the show. And it's time for Carlos to give Martell an ultimatum. If he doesn't fire him, which I know he probably won't, because Carlos already said that he wants Mel and Martell to take the show back, in terms of he's feeling like still that the audience enjoyed the show more when it was the Mel and Martell show, when Mel and Martell were together. So he keeps forcing Melody and Martell to film together, thinking that that's what the audience wants to see, is their dynamic again. And it's past that. They're not in the same place that they were season 1. That's what he's hoping for. That Mel and Martell's dynamic will save this show, because it's drowning. Love and Marriage Huntsville is drowning. Them ratings suck. And he is pulling at everything he can to get this show back on the road, and it ain't happening. The viewers are tired of seeing Martell. If Martell is off the show, Melody can finally move on to the next phase of her life, which is dating. She just said on the show, I'm dating. So why they keep pushing them two to film together and try to make them be together on the show is beyond me. I would like to see her moving on to the dynamic of her dating. Who is she dating? Who is this person? You know, she and the kids maybe can come back to the show. I know they're getting ready to go back to court here soon. So maybe there can be some changes in terms of that. She can have that overturned to say, hey, you know, my children used to be on the show. I don't see why they would not be on the show. They are a part of her storyline. So that would be great. The viewers want to see the Eminem kids back on the show. As much as I can show them, I do. When I see new pictures and new updates on the kids, I share them. Because we miss seeing them on this show. They were a breath of fresh air. But in typical Martell form, he felt like, oh, that's what the public like. Their favorite Melody. They want to see the kids, so I'm going to take that from them. So he's just like the devil. They don't want to see me. They don't like me. So I'm going to take what they love the most, which is seeing the kids on the show. But then you're pushing for Knox to be on the show with Ariane. And that's not fair. That's still your child. So if you don't want any of your kids on the show, that also means Knox. Okay? And Ariane has made it clear that if she can't be on the show and film too, then Knox will not film. So thank God. We don't want to see y'all on the show anyway. This is Melody's show. Side chicks should not be overshadowing the main event, which is Melody. It's her show. Period. And Martell, if you want to give an ultimatum of if they don't film you and Ariane and Knox, which you say is your real life, that you don't want to film, then don't film. Period. Because Carlos he's made it clear. He don't want her on the show. Melody is blocking her, I'm sure, from being on her show. You already ate off her for 5 years. And you still eating off her because according to Melody, she's taking food over there. And I'm sure when Mel said that Ariana's there every day, that her kids are there, if Mel's taking food over there for her children, Ariana's eating it as well, and Knox. So you are still eating off this woman after you've eaten off her for 5 whole years. So you don't need to be on her show to continue to eat off her. Find your own platform. If Ariana was smart, she could have used her own platform, told your own story. You got several social media pages and you don't do nothing but sit on there and talk about Melody. And that's the problem I have with her. Ariana uses her platform to discuss Melody versus you got all this tea and all this stuff. You got a story to tell. Tell it on your platform. Build your own platform. But she wants to be famous and she wants to come up on the backs of other people's work. The same way Martell has done to Melody. Melody pitched this show. Martell just sat in the meeting with his arms crossed. And Carlos said that when they pitched the show, that Melody pitched the show. Martell was just sitting there smiling with his suit on like he was her manager. Now Ariana, here she come with the same mentality of Martell, thinking that she could just come up off of what's already been built, that Melody have built. Like, stop it. It's the audacity of people. Get your own platform. You got TikTok now, Ariana, if you watching my show, because I know you be sitting in the bushes listening under fake accounts, trying to read people down under fake names. You got TikTok, you got YouTube, you got Facebook, you be all up in the, the no holds bars Facebook group. They be pushing her like she's the Messiah over there. I be seeing it. Telling people if you come in here talking negatively about Ariana, if y'all call her coleslaw, you gonna be blocked. That's exactly what her ass is. That's what they're telling people in the no holds bar Facebook hate group. That if you come in this group saying anything negative about Ariana, if you call her coleslaw, we blocking you. That's the type of bullshit. So they pushing her over there. Keep that over there. Love and Marriage Huntsville don't want you. The viewers don't want to see you. So do what y'all do, child. Let's move on. I'm done with them. I'm done with them. And if Carlos brings Martell back another year, it shows just how weak he is of a producer. He needs to get his head out of his ass and stop worrying about Bravo and worry about OWN and your own shows. Love and Marriage Huntsville was the #1 show on OWN. Now Bell Collective is overstepping it. Bell Collective is better than Love and Marriage Huntsville now, because of all the fake mess that they keep throwing in our face every damn season. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. All right, but let's continue. Oh, Lord. Thank you so much, Tina. Okay, she says sick people. Absolutely. The viewers are tired. We want to support the show so bad because of Melody, but Carlos and Martell and everybody else, the Scotts, they make it so hard. They make it hard to support this damn show because it's so much going on. My God. Oh. All right, so let's move on. Next topic, some celebrity news. I have an update for you guys. I announced to you guys, I want to say a month ago, that Forrest Whitaker's wife, Keisha, his ex-wife rather, because they were divorced. His ex-wife, Keisha Whitaker, passed away. Her autopsy information have now been revealed. I have that, so I'm going to share that with you guys in terms of what was her cause of death, okay? She was a young woman. She was beautiful, but she had some issues, and she and Forrest Whitaker were married for some years, and he actually filed for divorce between the two of them, okay? Now, they're saying her cause of death was caused by alcoholic liver disease, and she also had anorexia, okay? That says that the certificate, her certificate also says that she had renal failure as well. Now, that says that Keisha Whitaker died, of course, last month at Northside Hospital Medical Center in L.A. They're saying that Keisha and Forrest were married for 20 years before he filed for divorce in 2018. and they shared 3 daughters together, okay? She was only 51 years old when she passed away. It says that she worked in Hollywood as a model, and her modeling career was for 15 years. So she modeled for 15 years. She had her own thing going on, and she wasn't just a wife who sat at home while her husband went out and worked. So she had her own career, and I respect that, okay? So she and Forrest Whitaker met in 1994 on the set of the film Blown Away, okay? And they started building their life together from there. So it's very sad that she is no longer here. She has 3 daughters that she left behind. And she and Forrest Whitaker, even though they were divorced, they still had a great relationship. Even after their divorce, she just had some issues where she was drinking a lot, which caused her to have some liver damage, and she had anorexia. I know some final pictures that I saw of her before she passed away. She was very small, very, very small. So I don't know if she had some depression or something else going on in there. I don't like to speculate, but she did not look well prior to her death. So shout out to Forrest Whitaker for still holding her down even after the divorce, and rest in peace to Keisha Whitaker, and condolences to her and her family, as well as prayers to her kids, because you know, when you lose a parent, that's hard. I know I lost a parent. My father passed away. That was kind of hard for me. It was hard. So anytime you lose a parent, that's hard, and it takes time to get over that, okay? Holidays don't make it better. Birthdays don't make it better. You just pray about it and you continue on. And that's for anybody out there that's lost someone that's very close, a parent. If you lost a parent, you know what I'm talking about. Holidays don't make it better, because you look around the table and you see that spot is void. There's a void there of the person that used to be here. So you just pray about it and you remember the good times, and you move on. And you pray and continue to remember the good things that they left behind, okay? But let's move on to the next topic. Atlanta attorney is found guilty in the $7 million PPP loan fraud case, okay? Why are these people getting caught up in these PPP loans? I mean, it's very much so understood when you take these loans out what it's for and how you're supposed to navigate when you get these loans through the government. So you're not only defrauding the government, you put yourself in a situation where you are going to be facing Fed time if in fact you put some information on that paperwork that's not legit, because they check everything. One wrong thing that you put on there can cause you to be charged with fraud. I don't think people understand that. Like, Fed time starts at like 10 years. Who wants to be sitting in prison for 10 years over some damn paperwork that you didn't fill out like you were supposed to? Oh my God. So they're saying that this particular Atlanta attorney, she bought a Rolls Royce with the PPP loan money. Check this out. She bought a Rolls Royce, you guys. She had this Rolls Royce, like the special paint on it, where she had it painted pink. So you wanted everybody to see this car, painting this damn car pink with this special paint. All right, she bought a motorcycle. She bought a 10-carat diamond ring totaling $148,000, all with the PPP loan money, versus using it for the businesses, for her business and paying her employees, which is what it was originally for. But you use it for your own personal gain. And now you looking crazy because your ass is facing all this prison time as an attorney. You should have knew better. As an attorney, you should have known better. But she was found guilty of PPP loan for the amount of $7 million. Wow. Now they're saying that attorney, this is her name, Shalithia, dang, that's an old woman name. Shalithia Robertson is awaiting sentencing after frauding the government and using the money from her PPP loans for extravagant gifts for herself, of course. Now they're saying that she is awaiting sentencing for that, and I'm pretty sure she's going to get a whole lot of time. And with all the money that they gave her through this PPP loan, she pretty much blew through it. She blew through it and used it for things other than what it was originally designed to use it for. So whatever they do, honey, that's what you get. Because, I mean, damn. And that goes for anybody else out there getting PPP loans and on the fraud. It's coming. Just because they ain't knocked on your door yet and reached out to you does not mean that they are not investigating you. Every bit of money that the government loan you out on these PPP loans, they are double checking and triple checking to make sure that you are not out here on the fraud. So be careful. Be careful. A lot of people got caught up. I know the Scotts took out some PPP loans and some addresses and stuff on that paperwork because I did a live on it. Did not look legit. So some people might not, Martell might not be the only one that's off the show soon, allegedly. Let's continue. If you like it, I love it. I don't want nobody braiding my hair unless I pay you. But let's continue, child. Now, nearly 10 deaths. All right, this story was crazy. I said I want to share this. Nearly 10 deaths, okay, in an Oregon hospital, okay, are linked to tap water injections instead of fentanyl. Oh, my God. Check this out, y'all. They're saying that police are investigating an Oregon hospital for multiple deaths, you guys, with a focus on at least one case at Asante Rogue Regional Medical Center in Medford, okay? They're saying that on Friday that Asante's insiders told NBC5 News that up to 10 patients may have died from injections, okay? They were injecting tap water into patients. That is so dangerous, okay? Now they're saying that according to a source that the injections were reportedly triggered by a nurse who allegedly replaced medication with tap water. Who is doing that? That is so dangerous. They're saying that the nurse injected tap water into intensive care unit patients to cover up the misuse of the hospital's fentanyl supply, which led to fatal injections. What is wrong with people? All the years that you used to go to college to be a nurse, it takes time to go to college to be a nurse and get your certifications and all that, and you would jeopardize that to be doing some crazy mess like this. They're saying that the unsterile tap water reportedly caused pseudomonas infections, posing heightened risk, okay, especially for ICU patients in poor health, all right? They're saying that the hospital reported this to law enforcement and an investigation is underway, and the nurse was also fired and she has been fired and arrested pending investigation in this case, okay? So yes, I don't know what the hell she was thinking when she did that, but 10 deaths. So you are facing unaliving. You're responsible for unaliving 10 people under your care by injecting tap water into their systems when they were also in the ICU unit, which means they were already in critical condition if they're in ICU. And for you to go in and inject something into them that they're not supposed to be injected, as a nurse, you trust when you see the nurse coming in, they have to give you an injection that they know what they're injecting you with. Okay? You're not asking a lot of questions when you see the nurse coming in and say, okay, it's time for you to get, I need to give you a shot for whatever reason. You're not, giving all these questions in terms of what are you injecting me with, whatever. You're trusting that whatever they're injecting you with is what you should be injected. So the fact that you in there injecting tap water, that is so crazy. Oh my God. Oh my God. But let's move on, honey. Rapper Lil Scrappy, honey. Rapper Lil Scrappy, he finally broke down and apologized to both his baby mamas, honey. Erica Dixon and also Bambi. Maybe he's having a change of heart, honey. 2024, he's coming around. And I guess trying to grow up and be more mature now, because all he was doing was fussing and arguing and hopping on social media, talking crazy about his baby mamas and pitting the two of them together to make them be fighting back and forth on social media, okay? So Scrappy says in a video, he says that I apologize to both of my children's mamas for the disrespect that I've caused between the two of you, all right? That's big of him to do that. Hopefully this apology is legit. Hopefully it's something that he means and that he doesn't continue to do the back and forth, because I know he and Bambi have been still arguing back and forth, where he was trying to say they called a truce between the two of them. But then once Bambi see him and Erica Dixon in videos and stuff or on vacation, then they start arguing again. It's crazy. And he got right back with Erica 1 month after he divorced Bambi, which was so weird, which made her feel like they were messing with each other the entire time. Like, Scrappy, and I said it before, Scrappy has to have somebody in his life. He's not the type of person who can be single. Like, you literally broke up with Bambi, you broke up your home with her, with all them damn kids over there, and went right back to Erica Dixon because you don't have the strength to, as a man, to be by yourself and heal. There's no healing after you done broke up 1 month after being with one woman and you go be with the other person that you used to be with. And I'm shocked that Erica Dixon would take him back after all the things he did to her. He's disrespectful. He's disrespectful, and he it's his home raise. It's his home training. His mama. He's a mama's boy. Scrappy cannot be alone. He don't know how to treat a woman because his own mama used to have him around prostitutes with a P who used to lay in his bed with other, situations because she was a female pimp. Mama D was a female pimp. He talked about it in the interview with Carlos King, how his room used to be used for sexual situationships, and then his mama would go in there and clean his room up and change the sheets on the bed and put him to bed, and would have prostitutes or whatever watching him growing up. He grew up in a very bad environment, and his mother wasn't there like she needed to be, so he doesn't know how to treat women. That's all he's seen. His mother disrespect women, so that's why he do it. It's very sad. It's very, very sad. I would hate to hear that my mother would have prostitutes in my room, in my bed, doing sexual things in my bed. And then after all that happens, it's time for him to go to bed. She go in there and change the sheets and wipe shit down and put him in that same bed that mess was going on in. Just gross. Mama D, you need to be slapped. Okay? And do I promote violence? Not all the time. But in that situation, ma'am, that as a mother, I don't get it with some mothers out here. I just don't get it. But yeah, as you know, Erica Dixon does have one child with Scrappy, and Bambi has, I think, 3 or 4 children with him as well. And he and Bambi have now been divorced for a few months, and I want to say like right a month after he and Bambi broke up, he got back with Erica Dixon and was seen going to, I think, Hawaii for Erica's birthday, which that sent Bambi into a tailspin. Okay, I said, Lord, they need to get over it, child. All right, so some good news here. Let's on a lighter note. Congratulations goes out to Shaquille O'Neal. I like Shaquille O'Neal, child. He, even though he still calls Shawnee O'Neal his wife versus ex-wife, for some reason he will not acknowledge her as his ex-wife. That's crazy how he still sees her as his wife. But according to NBC Sports, they're saying that Shaquille O'Neal's estimated net worth, you guys, is said to be $400 million. It says that he is the joint owner of 155 Five Guys burger restaurants, 17 Aunt Anne's pretzel restaurants, 150 car washes he owns, 40 24-hour fitness centers. He owns a shopping center. He owns a movie theater, and he has several Las Vegas nightclubs that he owns as well. Okay, that's boss moves right there. That's some money. He will never be broke with that kind of business acumen about him. Damn, Shaq. Shaq owns everything, don't he? Damn. All right, it says that Shaq, I saw an interview also where it says Shaq says that he doesn't drink outside of his house. Like when he go out, he chooses not to indulge in alcohol because he never wants to wind up making a mistake and losing everything that he has acquired within his business, okay, including his mother's house, because he's always vowed to take care of his mother. Okay, so he says that I'm not going to do anything to jeopardize my mother losing her house over a mistake that I made. Okay, he reveals, like I said, that he takes care of his mother and several people in his family, and that he will never ever do anything to violate that. Okay, so he chooses never to go out to drink because he sees that as a liability in terms of losing all the things that he's gained throughout the years. And he owns a lot of businesses. And we all know one drink and getting behind that wheel, that can do that. Getting a DUI, or if you unalive somebody out here drinking, being irresponsible. So I respect the fact that he's very smart business-wise, and that he understands that after you acquire all these things, and if you want to keep them, you have to be responsible. Okay? You have to be responsible. So hey, black man magic. I got to give him that. I got to give him that. Aside from him being a cheater in his marriage to Shawnee, he's a stand-up dude. He is. And he's very smart business-wise, and he's teaching his children to be smart business-wise and not just giving them things just because he's a millionaire. I used to watch his reality show where he would tell his kids all the time, I'm rich. You're not rich. I'm rich. Still go to school, still do what you need to do to acquire what you need to. I'm going to make sure you okay on the back end, but I want to see you doing it on your own. Create your own businesses, and all of his children have that mindset to where they got to go out there and get it. And I like that about him, that you're not just giving them things. So that means that they're humble because they've had to earn it. I like that. Don't just give it to them. Don't just say, okay, here's $1 million. You know, I love that. I love that. So shout out to Shaq. Okay, Shaquille O'Neal, Big Shaq. Okay, I don't know about them damn shoes, them Shaq shoes. I don't know about them, but hey, other than that, great businessman, stand up dude. Okay, I ain't got nothing negative to say about Shaq. All right, but let's move on, child. Shawnee might be coming back once she realizes that her husband, though, her new husband, is a little fruity and moist. She might be coming back, Shaq. I don't know. All right, so prayers to you on that. But anyway, just a little pettiness right there. A delivery driver, guys, a delivery driver who won $4.8 million in the lottery says that he still worked his holiday shift so that he wouldn't let his colleagues down at work. I don't know if Caramel could be that dedicated. I don't know. 4.8 million? You guys put it in the chat. If you won the lottery of $4.8 million, you still going to work and work your holiday shift or any shift at your job? Are you going to still be going in to work and being a dedicated employee, or overachiever on the job, as they call it, if you won the lottery of $4.8 million? I'm going to have to say hell no for me. Okay? I mean, I'm going to have to say hell no. And I like my job. I love my job. Been on my job 21 years. 21 years we've been on the job there. I don't see myself if I woke up and realized that I won the lottery of $4.8 million. A bitch ain't gonna be at work. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Let's go ahead and read what they saying, child. Because they saying that Mr. Johnny Johnston, he's a white man, of course, a 45-year-old man won $4.8 million, okay, with the lottery. Johnny says that he worked his shift so that he wouldn't inconvenience his colleagues, okay? Now, according to BBC News, they say that Johnny and his wife, Christina, said that despite the $4.8 million win, that they both plan to work in some capacity. It says that we need to keep our feet on the ground, okay, says his wife. And, hey, my feet will be on the ground straight to the airport going on vacation, bitch, okay? Yes. Now, they're saying that Christina says that they like to work and they like to be busy, so winning the money will not really change anything for them, okay? I don't know about that, guys. I don't know about that. Because my whole stance is this. If something were to happen to you to where you're no longer alive, jobs, they're going to post your job and they're going to get the job done. Trust and believe. Your job, they're going to still find a way to cover your shift, even if, you know what I'm saying? Even if you're sick, think about it. If you're sick and got to call out of work, they're going to find somebody to cover your shift and cover your, until you are able to come back. Or even if you're not able to come back, they're going to post your position and the job is going to still continue. So I get it. You want to be dedicated to your job, but if I win for 4.8 million, why am I selfish? There are people out there looking for jobs. I can step down and allow someone to come in and work and have that stream of income. That's how I see it. What I need to be there for if I'm sitting on 4.8 million, I'm good. I'm good. I'll create a business that can continue to create money for me and other jobs for other people that I can oversee. But I'm not working a job if I win $4.8 million. That's just not going to happen. You got some people that's that dedicated to their job. He was a delivery driver. So during the holidays versus you being at home, enjoying your family, you won 4.8 million. You still got up, got dressed. It's cold now, we all know. Who want to get up, warming up their car to damn go working and put miles on your car being a delivery driver when you can sit at home and say, hey, look, I won the lottery. I ain't working here no more, okay? My chair and my desk gonna be spinning if I win the lottery. I'm be down there at the lottery office getting my check. I'm gonna let my husband and my son know, okay, guys, we about to go on vacation for about 2 weeks. While I figure out my next stance here, or we figure out, because I'm married, whatever's mine is his. While we figure out our next move, let's go on vacation for about a good 2 weeks, okay? And let's go from there. But I'm not working. I'm sorry, I'm not working. As much as I love my job and I love the people that I work with, it's a hell no for me, okay? What y'all think? What y'all think? Anybody? Y'all going to work? Y'all want 4.8 mil? Y'all getting out the bed, go warm your car up and getting dressed to go to work? To be listening to somebody tell you what to do? Hell no. It's a hell no for me. If you pass away, they gonna find somebody. They gonna find somebody to do your damn job. So I don't care nothing about no inconveniencing your colleagues. Cause ain't nobody inconvenienced. Nobody is inconvenienced if my ass ain't gonna be there. You gonna figure that shit out. Trust me, it's gonna get done. It's gonna get done. Okay, my job get done. If I go on vacation right now for a week, when I come back, my shit is done. All I got to do is check emails and respond when I come back. Period. Period. That's just how it works. But I'll be texting my boss if that 4.8 million. I'll be texting my boss. Say, yeah, everything that I left on my desk, you can have it. I won't be back. All right. Thank you for all the opportunities and everything, but a bitch is gone. All right. Thank you and goodbye. That's how that shit gonna play out. Period. You will not see my ass back. And my badge, if y'all need it back, I'll mail that shit to you. I'm not coming back up there. Not doing it. All right. Moving on though. Moving on. Woo, child. All right, so going to BBC News. All right, make sure I don't leave nothing out. Yeah, I'm gonna feed the homeless too. That's something else I like, because I like looking out for other people. If I before I move on, 4.8 million, I'm gonna definitely look out for some single mamas out there. Okay, I'm gonna make sure they straight. I'm gonna help them pay up some bills. I'm gonna pick out a few single moms and I'm gonna pay up some of their bills to help them out. And I'm gonna feed some homeless people and get them off the streets. That's another thing that I'm gonna be doing if I win 4.8. I ain't just gonna spend it on me. I'm gonna make sure my mom is straight right now. But you know, I'm gonna pay up her shit and I'm gonna make sure she good, because that's mama. She took care of me. Mama gonna be straight. All right, my mother-in-law as well, because I love her down just like she's my mom. And we gonna live, and I'm gonna make sure that I manage my money properly, which I do now anyway. I'm real good with my money. I'm frugal. But I'm going to definitely look out for somebody else, because that's what we're supposed to do. We are our brother's keepers, okay? So that's just how I would play it out, okay? Now, Fox News host Tucker, what's his name? Tucker Carlos. He gets a big cussing out, you guys, in his comments after he did a video and made a statement saying that Officer Derek Chauvin, y'all know the guy, the officer that had his knee on George Floyd's neck. He said that Officer Chauvin's prison sentence is a moral atrocity and claims that he did not unalive George Floyd. Well, obviously the legal system seems to think otherwise, sir. Okay, the legal system thinks otherwise. So he's trying to say it's an atrocity that Derek Chauvin is in prison for unaliving George Floyd. He's trying to say that was not his fault. It was absolutely his fault. It's caught on video. Thank God for cell phones and people videoing. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to get a whole view of the situation that happened with George Floyd. I saw the video and it's still cringeworthy to this day. All right, now he claims that George Floyd was unalived despite him being found guilty of holding his knee on his neck, okay? He said that despite many pleas that he couldn't breathe. He feels that George Floyd just passed away on his own, that Derek Chauvin had nothing to do with unaliving George Floyd. And they was tearing his ass up in the comments, y'all. Oh my God, they were tearing him up in the comments. Now they're saying, of course, as you guys know, the ex-officer Derek Chauvin, he will be spending over 2 decades behind bars for unaliving George Floyd, because he was found guilty, okay? This is the same officer that you guys know was actually starved in the penitentiary and almost lost his life, okay? Because I already told y'all, police officers and people that R-word people and abuse children, their future in prison is very, very dim. They don't make it in there. I'm surprised he's still alive, because everybody in the world knew about this damn case. Like, this was like all over the news. So the fact that he is still alive in prison is very, very crazy, because they don't take kindly to stuff like that, okay? And the fact that he stood on the fact that he was right in that situation, and he sat there and looked into the camera. For those of you that did not see the video of this man unaliving George Floyd, when he had his knee on this man's neck and this man was begging, saying he could not breathe, he sat there on that man's neck with his knee there. and was staring into the camera because somebody was videoing him while he was unaliving this man. It was so cringe, y'all. Oh my God. I still remember like it was yesterday that I watched the video. So for somebody to go on on a news channel and say that he don't feel that this man is guilty for unaliving this man when there's a whole video showing that, shows your insensitivity, sir. It shows. Had that been your son, it would be a different story. I don't know why people can't have some type of sympathy for situations like this. This man was calling out for his mother during the time that this man was taking his life. That's sad. I don't know how people can be so insensitive. That's very insensitive for him to make a statement like that. They were tearing his ass up in the comments, and I was thoroughly here for it. They was going off on his ass. Now they're saying that Tucker Carlson, of course, like I said, got his ass handed to him because he took no accountability for the statement that he made about Derek Chauvin not being guilty, or him feeling like he was not guilty for taking George Floyd's life. He was totally guilty for it. So, but Derek Chauvin, it doesn't matter how you feel. Like I said, the justice system have ruled that he was guilty, and they've sentenced him for 20 years in prison. And he has to serve every day of that. And it's a reminder every day that he's sitting in prison that he did take this man's life, and he's going through hell in there. He's still healing from the wounds from where they starved him up. And I got to say it that way. Starved. I know that's not a word, but for YouTube's sake, I got to say it that way. And they probably gonna get him again. They probably got him in protective custody now. He just got out of the damn hospital and had to get stitched up. And they gonna get him again. I guarantee you they gonna get him again up in there. I guarantee you. So thank God that this situation was filmed so that the justice system could see how much of a evil individual that he was to take this man's life the way that he did. And prayers to George Floyd's family, because that doesn't make it easy to have to see stuff like this. See videos like this of people still talking about it and being insensitive about the situation where this man lost his life, and he didn't have to. He didn't have to. Another black man gone when he did not have to lose his life in that way. So prayers to his family and everyone that was involved. All right, moving on. Rapper Boosie is getting a lot of hate. Okay, this morning, he's getting a lot of hate, and he's being attacked online after he says that he walked out of the Color Purple movie screening because he did not want his daughters viewing a rainbow love story. Now, y'all know he is hella homophobic. He is hella homophobic. He's done several interviews where he's talked about several things about the LGBTQ and how he disagrees with their lifestyle and stuff like that. But you're the same father who hired strippers to come over for a birthday party for your minor children. That, if that ain't inappropriate, I don't know what is. This is the same person who hired strippers to come and perform and dance and give lap dances to your minor children for their birthday. If that shit ain't inappropriate, I don't know what is. Okay? Yeah, Boosie. We got to talk about you this morning, okay? We got to talk about you. He says he walked out of the Color Purple screening because of the rainbow love story. Y'all know in the movie The Color Purple where Celie and Suge Avery had that scene to where they had a kissing scene or whatever. If you guys read the Color Purple book, it really goes in depth to their love story. I read the book. We all know anytime that there's a movie and there's a book that's attached to the movie, the book is going to tell a whole lot more than what the movie told. I read the book. And Suge Avery and Celie actually had a love story. They were actually from what they showed in the movie, it was more that happened between them. They actually had a whole sexual scene, if you read the book, okay? But social media actually reacted and responded to Boosie and saying, sir, what are you talking about? You've done worse. So how can you sit up here and judge the movie when you've done worse when it came to your children? It's the disrespect. He always comes for the LGBT community on what he feels is inappropriate. But I feel like he's very homophobic. Let them people live their life. What has the LGBT done to you? Okay, you might not agree with their lifestyle and what they do, but you do worse. How many times you been to jail you literally on probation? You were literally just on live asking people to help you find your ankle monitor from a plane that you were on because you didn't want to be found in contempt on your probation. Like, you stay doing stuff, but then you're so loud and wrong when it comes to calling other people out about their stuff. Focus on the fact that you're the type of father who think that it's okay to have strippers around your young boys because you don't want them to, because you're so homophobic. He was saying he didn't want his boys to be gay, so he turned around and hired some strippers to come and dance and be around his young boys who are minors, because he didn't want them to be gay. He wanted them to be around females and women. That's so inappropriate as a father. Now, Boosie also reveals that other people in the movie theater walked out as well with him, and he says that it was good acting but a bad narrative for the Color Purple movie. He also says that as a parent that he will not allow his daughters to watch the film, okay? Ain't it a musical? I haven't watched it yet. When I went to the movies the other day with my husband, we watched Aquaman, because y'all know I'm into all the Marvel movies. We wanted to watch Aquaman when we went, and that's when we watched it. It was a great movie too. Shout out to Aquaman. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Full of action, okay? I have not seen the Color Purple movie as of yet. But yeah, but like I said, as you guys know, there was a love scene in the actual Color Purple movie, to where Celie and Sugar Avery, they did have a little moment in there when they did it. But I don't know why he's so damn homophobic. Like, sir, get over it. Get over it. They was tearing his ass up in the comments about it, though. Okay, and they reminded him how bad of a father he was to allow that situation with the strippers to come over there for the birthday party for his children. I totally disagree with that. I would never in life do that. I would not want that around my son. It's inappropriate as hell. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate to have grown-ass women half-dressed, backing it up on your sons and giving them lap dances because you're homophobic. Like, get over it. Get over it, sir. But that's what that was giving, honey. And they are tearing him up, baby, on social media behind that. All right. Now, moving on, honey. Federal appeals courts rules that Texas can ban emergency ABs, okay, despite guidance issued by the Biden administration. Now, they're saying that if you live in Texas, according to U.S. government, they cannot enforce federal guidance in Texas requiring emergency room doctors to perform an AB if necessary to stabilize ER patients, okay? They're saying that this comes after federal appeals court, all right, ruled and sided with the state in a lawsuit that accused President Biden's administration of overstepping its authorities, okay? Now, they're saying in 2022 that the Biden administration issued guidance, okay? Issued guidance stating that the Emergency Medical Treatment and Active Labor Act, a federal law governing ERs, that they can require ABs to stabilize a patient, okay? So y'all know that they're trying to, like in every state now, stop them from being able to perform ABs on a woman, okay? I still feel like it's a woman's prerogative. It's her body. If she feels like that's what she wants to do for whatever situation it is, I feel like that should be her call, okay? Yeah, what do y'all think? So now they're saying in Texas that they are going to push against the Biden administration to keep them from being able to have a say-so in them having ABs or being able to perform those in the state of Texas, okay? So if you live in Texas, yeah, you may not be able to get an AB if that's your choice, if that's what you choose to do, okay? All right, now a man is freed, you guys, after 12 years in prison for unaliving, okay, based on testimony of a blind man. Could you imagine being found guilty in court and the person that actually testified against you was blind? Let's talk about it, child. They're saying that a Chicago man who served 12 years in prison was released yesterday, you guys. His name is Darian Harris. He was convicted largely on the testimony of a blind man who is legally blind, okay? And earlier this month, a judge vacated his conviction, okay? But it says that the Cook County prosecutors say that the, hold on guys, I'm sorry. That the Cook County prosecutors said that they plan to retry him, okay? They were going to plan to retry this man. But it says that he was transferred from a downstate prison to Cook County jail while he awaits his trial, or that particular trial. Now, they're saying that Tuesday morning, after reviewing the case against Harris, their prosecutors agreed to drop all charges against him in this particular case, okay? And yesterday, as of yesterday, he is a freed man after, as of 6 p.m. of yesterday. So they decided to let him out based on re-looking at the case again after he had already served 12 years. And this legally blind man testified against him, causing him to be found guilty. That's amazing. 12. Yeah, I would be mad that I had to serve them 12 though. Y'all would have had to come up off some money on my ass for that. Cause how you taking somebody's how are you taking somebody's testimony if they're blind? Like, what the fuck did you see? Is my thing. How you gonna say you said something and your ass can't see? That would piss me off thoroughly. For somebody to testify against my ass and you can't even see. That's like damn Stevie Wonder up there saying, yeah, I saw Caramel do such and such and such. And your ass can't even see. Like, make it make sense, guys. What y'all think about it? What y'all think about? Somebody said lawsuit. Yes, God. There would definitely be a lawsuit. I would be suing. I would sue Cook County. I would sue their asses and y'all would pay me 12 years of my life. I can never get that time back. And y'all have to go back and look at this damn case and realize, oh, yeah, we're going to go ahead and let him out and drop all the charges. Like, thank you for doing that. But now I'm getting ready to sue. Like, watch me work now, okay? Yeah, I'm going to sue y'all asses and you're going to be blind by the time I finish, okay? But, yeah, so they're saying that Harris, he's now 30 years old, and he was only 18 years old when he was arrested for the 2011 unaliving of Rondell Moore at a gas station on 66 in Stony Island, okay? It says that he was convicted, and he was convicted around a bench trial in 2014 and was sentenced to 76 years originally in prison, you guys. He was originally sentenced to 76 years. Damn. But thank God they were able to overturn it and found him not guilty, but they looked at the case again and decided to drop all charges to where he could get out. So thank God. He was 30. He went in when he was 18. So he spent a great deal of his life, his young years, his good years in prison. But damn, somebody said I would sue the blind man too. Hell yeah. Yes, God, I would. I would sue the blind man, and I definitely would be suing Cook County behind that. Because damn, that's a lot of time. That is a lot of time, okay? But thank God, look at God. Thank God that he was able to get out and that he can still have some time to live his life. He's 30, so you can still make some stuff happen and do some things, okay? So shout out to him for that, okay? Somebody said, I'm not fooling with you this morning on Stevie. Yeah, he's sitting up in there like Stevie Wonder. Yes, I saw him, Judge. And he unalived them. He's sitting over there like this here, like Stevie Wonder on the damn stand. Yes, I saw them. And I'd have been like, nigga, okay. Y'all about to give me some more time because Caramel about to act the fool in court, okay? We about to act the fool in court. Y'all, I'm going to be on that bullshit. Your ass sitting over there like Stevie. Ribbon in the sky for all on that shit. This is not a coincidence on that bullshit. But let's get out of here, guys. Thank y'all for joining me this morning, okay? Thank y'all for joining me this morning. You guys have a great day. I will see you guys for the pop-in today because we will be having a pop-in, okay? Y'all be safe, be blessed, and until then, goodbye.